Hey everyone, welcome to the Sam Parker podcast. I'm Sam and today we have a special guest, Aakash, joining us for a casual chat. We are here to talk about life, hobbies, and just some fun. Nothing too serious, just a relaxed conversation. So, Aakash, tell our listeners a little about yourself, what you do and what you are into these days.
I run a catering and tiffin service business here in Goa only. It started as a very small initiative, just serving home style meals to a few students and professionals, and over time it grew into a proper brand. These days, I spend most of my time managing the business, experimenting with new dishes, and finding ways to make a healthy food more accessible to people with busy lives.
Just for fun, if you could have any superpower for a day, what would it be? And how would you use it?
Okay, sure. If I had a superpower, I'd want the ability to teleport food instantly anyway. Imagine being able to serve a hot Goan thali to someone in Delhi or even abroad right at lunchtime. Sounds interesting, na? It would completely change the way food businesses connect with people.
That sounds good. So, Akash, what are your favorite things to do in your free time?
Cooking, unsurprisingly, is still one of my favorite hobbies. But apart from that, I really enjoy reading about business stories and leadership. Just understanding how other entrepreneurs build their ventures. And when I really want to switch off, I like long drives across Goa.
Have you picked any new hobbies recently?
Yes, recently I've been exploring digital content creation. I realized that food is not just about serving, but it's also about storytelling. So I've started experimenting with short videos about Goan cuisine and the behind of scenes of running a food business. Like, for an example, to give you, uh, the Goan fish curry, telling about the story about the past of from where it originally started, binding everything into a video and giving it a good format. That what I'm experimenting these days.
Oh, if you had unlimited time, what's the one hobby you'd love to explore?
I'd love to explore, travel photography. I think capturing culture through food and people's lifestyle is a beautiful hobby. It blends well with what I already do.
Moving forward, how do you usually unwind after a long day?
Sam, for me, unwinding usually means simple things. Sitting with my family over dinner or taking a quiet walk at night. Sometimes I even enjoy cooking something totally random just for myself. It's oddly therapeutical.
Has there been a recent experience that really surprised or excited you?
Yes. Recently, we catered for a big corporate event where over 300 people attended. I was nervous about pulling it off, but the positive feedback and the fact that the people came up personally to thank us really excited me. It was a reminder of how food connects people instantly.
Oh, what's a typical weekend for you like?
Mm, Weekends aren't too different from weekdays for me, since catering often peaks on weekend, but I always carve out a couple of hours for myself. Sometimes catching up with friends or just planning the next big step for my business.
If you could change one small thing about your daily routine, what would it be?
I'd probably want to wake up earlier and start the day slower. Right now, mornings are very rushed with orders and operations. A little quiet start with reading or exercise would make a big difference.
Oh, if you could switch lives with anyone for a week, who would it be?
A good question. I'd switch with someone like Ritesh Agarwal, the founder of Oyo, just to see how it feels managing a business on such a massive scale and learning how decisions at the top actually shape the company.
Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Do you have a favorite memory from the past year?
Yes, yes. When one of our student customer told me that our tiffins reminded her of her mother's cooking back home, that memory really stuck with me. It was emotional and reminded me of why I started in the first place.
What's a small thing that always makes you happy?
When a customer sends a photo of their meal before eating it, it's such a small gesture but means they are excited about the food, and that always makes me happy.
Okay, moving on to the next question. If someone were to describe you in three words, what would they be?
Driven, creative, and approachable.
Oh, that's really nice. Is there a lesson you have learned recently that you'd like to share?
Yes, that patience is underrated in business. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and sometimes the hardest part is showing up consistently, even when results are slow. But that patience always pays off. I've been consistent throughout the journey. Every day showing up with the business, like to give you an example, I made tiffins. Sometimes I had no orders for the tiffins. I used to make a large quantity of batch, but there used to be no orders. But still, I kept on making it. I started giving it to people for tastings, and that really, really paid me off.
What motivates you to keep going on tough days?
It's the people, my team, my customers, and even my family. Knowing that the work I do matters to someone, even if it's just making their lunch enjoyable, gives me the motivation to push through tough days.
Alright, before we move on to our rapid fire round, a quick word from our today's sponsor. This episode is brought to you by SnackUp, the app that delivers your favorite snacks right onto your door. Movie night, sweet cravings, tea time, SnackUp makes snacking easy. Download today and get a 10% off on your first order. Alright, now that we have fueled up, let's pump into our rapid fire round. So let's start with our rapid fire round. The first question, tea or coffee?
Definitely tea. I grew up with chai breaks being like mini family meetings.
Morning person or a night owl?
Night owl, my best ideas strangely come at 11 p.m. when I should be sleeping.
Favorite movie or series right now?
Shark Tank India might sound a bit creepy, but as a businessman, it's like both entertainment and free business lessons.
If you could travel anywhere from tomorrow, where would you go?
Tokyo, the food culture there fascinates me. It's disciplined, artistic, and yet soulful.
One hobby you have always wanted to try?
Playing a musical instrument, maybe the guitar, it feels like a cool way to unwind.
Favorite childhood game?
Arey, cricket in the gullies. We didn't need a fancy equipment, just a bat, a ball, and endless arguments about out or not out.
Okay, moving on to our last question. If you could pick any theme song for your life, what would it be?
Probably Hall of Fame by the script. It's all about persistence and believing in yourself.
Thanks so much for joining me today, Akash. Before we wrap up, any final thoughts or message you'd like to share with our audience?
Sure. Thanks for having me, Sam. It's been a really fun conversation. I had to leave one thought for the listeners. It would be this: don't wait for the perfect moment to start something. Whether it's business, a hobby, or even a lifestyle change, just begin with what you have. The journey itself will teach you so far more than waiting for everything to align. And also, don't forget to enjoy the process. Business can be stressful, life can be unpredictable. But if you can laugh, share good food, and surround yourself with people who lift you up, you will find success feels a lot more meaningful. So, yeah, Dream big, work hard, stay consistent, and make sure you treat yourself to be a good meal in between.
It was great having this talk with you, Akash. I'd love to have more such conversations in the future. And a big thank you to everyone who have tuned into the Sam Parker podcast. Catch you next time. Till then, take care and bye.